What's up, everyone? How you doing? Today we talk about a documentary called GameMaster, and I know that some people say it was about board games. So when I saw this documentary, I thought it was about the board games that that's popular, like Monopoly, Trouble, Sorry, Hungry Hippo, board games or games like that. Or Guess Who? But it was more than that. It wasn't really about that. It was more about independent board games by creators. Creators that want to make their own board games. Like their own version of Dungeons and Dragons, or their own version of card games, pretty much. And I thought it was pretty cool, man. And I recently reviewed a documentary I think last year about people making their own action figures, independent creators. So it's great to see independent people making their own board games. I remember, speaking for me, when I was a kid, I actually had a black and white notebook, and I would try to make my own video game with my own title, my own diagram, my own characters. And I did the same thing with board games. I use a black and white notebook to make my own board games, make different square spaces, and I use a quarter saying head is two spaces, the eagle is one space as a dice instead of using a dice, and make my own little action figures or use paper clips or crumble up papers to as the figures to move. And it's funny, one guy mentioned he used paper clips as a figure to move. So it's pretty cool that I'm not the only one with this type of thinking. But this is a great documentary, man. You have these different creators talking about the board games that they're gonna make, trying to finance it, trying to promote it. You have like a little like a comic book shop or a board game shops, something like that, a hobby shop, I would say, when people can introduce their board games to people to see how it's played, if they like it, if they don't like it, what changes it could make. You got one lady from Pakistan that made a board game about arranged marriages. I mean, yo, that's pure genius. You gotta check that interview out. Um, I highly recommend Game Master. Definitely check it out. I saw this on Tubi. No, not Tubi. I saw this on Crackle actually. So, but I'm sure it's probably on Tubi also anyway. But highly recommend checking it out though. Anyway, peace.